Homer pours beer into the robot, causing it to break. But this is Lisa's science project, and she quickly rushes upstairs to fix it. However, just as she's about to leave for school, she misses the school bus. In a hurry, she decides to have Marge drive her.
We gotta get to the hospital, Homer!
Helpless, she ends up running to school. She happens to pass by Moe's Tavern and thinks of checking if Homer is inside. But instead, she runs into the sheriff, who is looking for suspects in the murder case. Just as she's leaving through the back door, Homer walks in. Fortunately, Marge appears at the door.
Mom, where'd you get that car? I stole it from McBain after I cut off your father's thumb.
Upon learning that Lisa is in a hurry to attend the science fair and that Homer is drunk inside, Marge immediately agrees to drive her to school. However, halfway there, the car breaks down. At that moment, the farm driver is waiting at a red light. Marge quickly jumps into his car with Lisa in tow, unaware that Homer is performing magic tricks in the front seat.
Dang, you can be one of them TV magic queers.
The timeline is perfectly closed loop. As the time for Lisa's science fair approaches, Marge quickly takes the farmer's car keys and heads for school. After all, she's already hijacked a car today.
Somebody done stole my wheels.
Thanks a lot. Now I gotta walk to Shelbyville.
However, just as Lisa is about to arrive at school, Bart suddenly emerges from a manhole in the road. So why is Bart here? The time rewinds to that morning when the family was having breakfast, and the doorbell suddenly rings. Milhouse announces that there has been a major discovery in the woods.
Is it a dead body? It's cooler than 1,000,000 dead bodies!
Bart then pulls out keys to houses all over Springfield and unlocks Lisa's car. The two of them hurry to a tree hole, which is where Milhouse had been hiding after being bullied. Inside, they find a stash of high-quality fireworks. They rush to the principal's office for a little trial run before heading to the Springfield military base.
We're not ready.
Meanwhile, Dr. Nick is performing a surgery to make things bigger and bulkier. Suddenly, the invincible fire wheel crashes in and attaches itself to the ether anesthetic bottle.
Let's keep this our little secret.
Soon, the sound of police sirens is heard, and the two of them hurriedly hide inside the house. Yes, this is the address Marge had made up. The sheriff arrives, intending to capture the suspect of murdering her husband, but instead he finds the two of them seemingly smuggling fireworks.
There's enough Chinese sky candy here to put you boys away for a long time.
In a panic, they decide to redeem themselves by finding the real fireworks smugglers. Soon, Bart, with a listening device, returns to the cave. He falsely claims that a friend wants to buy a large batch of fireworks.
Yes, we are!
However, just as the deal is about to go through, the listening device picks up the sheriff's voice. Fat Tony immediately orders his men to restrain Bart. Fortunately, Bart quickly lights a firecracker and takes the opportunity to escape. But the end of the cave isn't the exit, it's a dead end. Just as the henchmen are about to draw their guns, the sparklers burn out. Seeing the nearby sewer exit, the two of them take advantage of the opportunity and climb out. The timeline closed loop again. The scene of their escape is perfectly witnessed by Marge. At the critical moment, she pulls out Lisa's robot and hurls it at the henchmen.
Hey, they throwing robots!
The grammar robot starts to correct mistakes, but there are too many errors, and it overloads, sparking out of control.
What the hell?
The story arc concludes perfectly as the gangsters are blasted to the ground. Homer too arrives just in time, smelling the scent of trouble.
Except your thumb and Lisa's science project.
To make amends, Fat Tony comes up with a win-win solution. Unexpectedly, one of his men turns out to be a doctor. Homer's finger is saved, and Lisa wins first place in the science fair with her explanation. It seems like a perfect ending, but only the monkey notices something amiss.